Hey guys, Tyler here. I know you can't see much. I know you can't see my face right now. I know I look like shit, but you know what, guys? We're gonna play some Bandy today, and people actually like the Bandy videos. I know they do. It's recording, guys, of the 23rd of July, around 7 p.m. East Coast time. We have 760 subscribers. Which is good. You're doing something right. Keep on doing what you're doing. Now, if I get 1,000 subscribers, that'd be pretty cool too. But I do know what a play button, but the play button is a little hard to get. I know the play button's kind of hard to come by, but we are doing Bendy in a little bit. So right now I'm uploading some videos on the car camera. Then tomorrow, I have to get my button of gear, get dressed, go downtown to do some stuff. And they're saying it's going to be very hot this week. I mean, this is why it's so surprising. Tomorrow, Dodge City is supposed to get to 101 degrees. Las Vegas, 100 in the 100. Vegas is supposed to be 100. Vegas is supposed to be like 104 or something. Vegas is supposed to be 114 or 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that's hot. Now a basic thermometer I have goes to 120 degrees. I'll show you. Now let me tell you, now Michigan, anything higher than 90 degrees is not safe for us. Now it's gonna get to 90 degrees this week. Now here's your basic thermometer, okay? I mean, right here's 100 degrees, right here. But anything over 120 degrees is dangerous. 50 degrees or 50 degrees centigrade. Death Valley can get up to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Now they're saying Death Valley might get hotter than it actually is, so that's going to be scary. Now Michigan gets around 80 degrees, 30 degrees yearly. Anything over 80 degrees for us is dangerous because of the humidity. Now, right now the time of this recording is right now 75 degrees outside, which is like 25 degrees, 25 degrees centigrade. Now, between 75 and 80 is a typical day in Michigan during the summertime. Anything over 85 and higher is bad, especially with the humidity and stuff. So, yeah, that's gonna suck. But today, guys, it's been okay day. I went out a couple times already today. Tried some stuff out, but today's been okay. I love living in Michigan here. The problem is, when people say it's hot as hell, try Florida or try Texas. Now Dallas is supposed to get to 110. Now Dallas is only supposed to be 110, but Vegas 120 degrees. That's Mojave Desert there, guys. Death Valley. Phoenix is also going to be quite hot. That's going to be a little nervous, guys, but yeah. But the thing is, guys, the heat is going to be bad. So it's going to be so hot tomorrow that I'm not going to run or nothing. I'm going to wear light clothes and walk around. Now, it's Monday, so I'm going to do a couple things Monday. But Tuesday through Thursday is supposed to be in the 90 degrees area. And this Tuesday, as of this recording, is my birthday. I'm turning 29. But the thing is, though, guys, I'm going to take it easily and slow that day. I got tons of sweet tea. I got sweet tea here. I got lemonade here I can drink. And tons of water. So I'm going to get dishes done first thing in the morning. Get dressed. Get my button and gear. Get out of the house around 8:30. So it'll be time enough for the bank to open up, the post office to open up. Do what I need to do there. Do my stuff first thing in the morning I have to do. And that's it. Actually, I'm going to do it right now so I don't forget.
Now the driver is just looking for a secluded spot where he can make a break for it on foot.
Okay, slowing down for that red light. It looks like he's going to need to make a left. No, he's turning right into oncoming traffic. It's a good thing the traffic is light tonight.
Then, the suspect has one close call too many.
There's another unit blocking the road ahead. This guy's not slowing down. Wow, he's completely out of control. He just slammed into another car.
The officer barely avoids being T-boned as the car thief careens toward two parked cars. The force of of impact is strong enough to shove both vehicles back 12 feet. For a moment, the suspect is trapped. Then he scrambles out through the sunroof and disappears into the night.
Footbail, he's out on foot. We've lost him. He's just disappeared. We don't see where he went. In the darkness there. It appears the police have lost sight of him, too.
Officers race down the street with their flashlights, looking for a trace of the missing suspect.
The LAPD chopper is making the standard orbit. They're shining their night sun around the area where they last see him. They've spotted movement.
Barely perceptible in the darkness, the suspect dives for cover in a nearby backyard.
There he is. That's him. Right under that tarp there. You see him moving? That was close. They almost missed him.
Finally, the elusive car thief realizes he's trapped. He crawls out into the cold night air and surrenders.
The suspect has crawled out now, and he is complying with police. No more hide and seek for this guy. He's had enough.
Criminals naturally try to lose their pursuers in familiar territory, where they think they have the advantage.
100 miles per hour right now.
But the officers have an advantage of their own. Strength in numbers. Tonight, this young car thief simply ran out of places to run. Jackson County, Georgia. Local, county, and state police are working together to stop a suspect behind the wheel of a 2-ton pickup truck. Police believe the driver is under the influence of alcohol and seemingly unstoppable on the wide open road. The suspect fearlessly zigzags into oncoming lanes of traffic. Officers fear that they're up against a man with a fetish for danger. A cruiser parked in the center of the highway attempts to block the road, but the fugitive slips past it with ease.
Okay.
Police stay close behind, waiting for an opportunity to get ahead of the suspect and force him to slow down. When the single lane turns into two, the officer suddenly gets some unexpected help.
Walk him in here, walk him in.
A slow-moving van blocks the road ahead of the suspect. The fugitive is compelled to slow down. But he
Social
sees a way
Security
out.
SSL 42S.
The officer seizes the moment. Now on cemetery roads, the suspect can't get the speed he had on the highway.
L.
Another turn slows him to a crawl, and the officer moves
S.
into position for the final pit.
C. R.
Without his vehicle to hide behind,
T.Y.
this bully is no match for police.
Get out of the truck.
A.
Get out of the truck.
This guy
D.I.
has huge size. Speed.
317.
Outrun Jackson County's finest. But he failed to
E.
realize that he'd have to
R.A.K..
eventually slow down. With one turn of the wheel,
K.
he did.
E. R. E.
And once on the narrow cemetery path, this fugitive didn't stand a ghost of a chance.
49009.
Still to come on police videos. The outlaw. Who taunt law enforcement. Just for kicks. These are the crooks. Who beg for no mercy. Plus, our nominees for best performance in a police drama. Most criminals on the run think only in the moment, without considering the full consequences of their actions. But some crooks seem to know the score all too well, and they can keep police guessing. Greene County, Tennessee. A parole violator and his passenger are on the run.
I'm violating parole.
This guy is well aware that his compact Mazda doesn't have the power of the Sheriff Patrol's customized cruiser. His only chance of getting away is to outmaneuver or outfox the officer behind him. The suspect makes a break for it down a backcountry dirt road. The fugitive nearly conceals himself in a cloak of dust, but it's not enough to give the officer the slip. straightaway, the suspect eases up. To the officer, it seems as though this guy is ready to stop. When the suspect sees 3 Tennessee State Police cruisers waiting for him at a roadblock, he kicks it into high gear. The crook just misses a rear-end collision with one of the squad cars. Before, he was only outsmarted. Now he's also outnumbered, with the state police hot on his tail. Desperate to try anything, the crook tears across the median, headlong into oncoming traffic. Cars barely scrape by as the outlaw swims against the oncoming current of automobiles. But the move is too much for the outlaw to handle. He veers back onto the right side of the road.
Now we're in Johnson City.
The suspect leads police into town, intent on losing himself in congested midday traffic. The crook quickly turns into a residential neighborhood, where he leads police through a maze of S-curves and corner-cutting turns. He swerves effortlessly past another roadblock and cuts through a red light onto a divided highway. A highway trooper assumes the primary position. With open road ahead of him, the suspect illogically reduces his speed to a crawl.
If he's slow, you know what to do.
Police don't understand the sudden change of behavior. It may be out of sheer exhaustion, or he may be planning his next outrageous getaway scheme. They soon find out that the fleeting moment is just the calm before the storm. The suspect spots a trooper ahead, ready to throw out a spike strip. In a heartbeat, the suspect turns homicidal. In an unmistakably aggressive action, the fugitive aimed full throttle straight toward the officer. Luckily, the trooper jumped out of the way just in time. Now that the suspect has shown murderous intent, police are instructed to stop him using whatever force is necessary. A state trooper pulls up behind the fugitive. The police cruiser moves into position, inching up on the suspect's right flank. Moments later, the opportunity arrives, and the officer makes it count. The driver makes a run for it. The police are on him in an instant. The passenger, a suspected accomplice, is also taken in. This criminal dared to take traffic head-on, and even attempt vehicular manslaughter. But in the end, this parolee's efforts only gave him a trip back to where he came from. The Tennessee State Penitentiary.
You are going to jail now.
In the majority of chases, people are running because they're scared. They want to get away. Even more dangerous than that, though, are people who are almost psychotic. They are in the chase for the thrill of it. They want to engage the police officer. They don't care if they get away, and they don't care if anybody gets hurt.
Fairfax, South Carolina. At 2 in the morning, a Camaro driver revs his engine behind Deputy Sheriff C.J. Roll at a gas station. Roll runs the plates and learns the Camaro was stolen from a car dealer. Clearly, this driver was just trying to goad the officer into a chase. Now he tears down the road at 100 miles an hour to lose it. But Roll won't let him off so easy. He tries to savagely race Camaro behind the safety mover. The suspect barely squeezes through. The close call seems to take its toll, and the thief slows down to signal a surrender. But when Deputy Roll stops alongside him, he learns it was just a trick. Now Roll knows for sure that this suspect is just out for kicks. The driver's phony surrender has helped him get a huge lead. Suddenly, the impetuous prankster comes upon a raised train crossing. he barely slows down, taking a major leap over the track and bottoming out on the other side. Roll follows him right through, actually gaining ground on him. The suspect panics. He jams the brake, then floors the gas to rattle the deputy. But this guy went over his head. He never expected the officer to give him this much trouble. He attempts to lose roll on a sharp turn. But his detour takes him down a dark dirt road, which dead ends at a trailer park. The bandit tries to reverse course and loses control. That's when Deputy Roll makes his move. In a desperate maneuver, the bandit hits reverse and tears through the yard. Roll briefly loses sight of him in a cloud of dust. Then the suspect appears again, headed right for the cop. Roll pounds him to a stop and draws his gun. The crook finally realizes that this game is over. The suspect was found to have an outstanding warrant. And it turned out he'd led police on another chase just last year. It's not easy to nab a joyriding jokester who's out for a thrill. But Deputy Roll played along while the felon had his fun. And when the cop saw his chance, Roll made sure he was the one who got the last laugh. Coming up on police video.
Oh my God!
You've seen him once. You've seen him twice. But these crooks keep coming back for more.
Stay right where you are.
The hunt is on for the criminals who have a talent for breaking the law.
Large trucks and SUVs are more popular today than ever before, but their image as safe vehicles can be very misleading, especially for a truck in the wrong driver's hands.
Allen, Texas. Some people believe that being in a large vehicle is safer in an accident. But if a driver is intoxicated, a bigger vehicle is every bit as deadly as a small one. The driver of this pickup is drunk and feeling like he owns the road. The officer spotlights him, but the man just goes faster. He weaves wildly across 3 lanes. Although the highway is empty, the drunk still manages to blow his left front tire. Now his truck handles like a wheelbarrow. But his booze-addled brain barely registers the difference. Before long, the driver completely loses control. He crashes the full-size 2-ton pickup head-on into the concrete divider. The impact jams the driver's side door. The suspect's too drunk to find another way out of the vehicle. The cracked fuel line spills gasoline all over, and the cab is filling with toxic smoke. The crash survivor doesn't realize he's being slowly suffocated. He even fights against the officers as they try to rescue him. The officers finally free him from the smoking Hulk. Even now, their first concern is for his safety. He's so wasted, he doesn't know if he's hurt. He can't even remember his own name. He's not feeling a thing, for now. But as the shock begins to wear off, he sobers up in a world of pain. This marauding drunk's big truck made him feel invincible. But he was completely unable to control his vehicle, or get out of it once he had crashed. If it hadn't been for the officers, this drunk driver may have lived through the only to die in the aftermath. Guangzhou, China. This pair of thieves has a simple MO. One drives, while the other snatches a purse. With their nimble bike, they successfully dodged police. Until today. These crooks have made an art out of blindsiding civilians. So these officers give them a taste of their own medicine. A plainclothes cop runs after the passenger, while a uniformed officer arrests the driver. The freewheeling purse snapper doesn't get far before the cop nabs him. Police recover the goods, a businessman's briefcase. These crooks are caught red-handed. When hit-and-run robbers flee from police, they might find that police can run just as fast and hit twice as hard. And because these cops were willing to get tough, these bandits lost both their freedom and their motorcycle. Still to come. On police video. Criminals who pack it up and head out of town. From border hopping for profit to a cross-county haul. These crooks learn the hard way. Oh my God! That the grass is never greener in jail. Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. When making an arrest, you never know what to expect. A suspect might be armed, he might be under the influence, and he might have accomplices. The smart thing to do is to expect the worst. Leesburg, Florida. Officer Brent Hales responded to a simple ordering call at a local shopping plaza. The suspect made off.
Paramedic arcade game.
And now Officer Hales is in hot pursuit of the fugitive. The outlaw swings wildly into oncoming lanes, barely able to control the lumbering behemoth. Police aren't sure what may be in the back of the truck's cargo hold. They suspect the driver may be armed, and they know he's dangerous. Just minutes into
Enjoy a crispy chicken for the win. Italians back to join its friends. Classic spicy Swiss and bacon for crispy flavors of what we're making. Have it your way.
can get you among the first.
He looks at playing outside the lines. You do it quiet and you do it clean. If your cover is blown, you have to save yourself.
And but that game is. I haven't seen that game in years. Did you ever finish the game? Yeah, I did. I got past. I finally got past level. I got past level 1. The kid survived. Yeah, I got past level. Actually, when I played last time I played the game, I actually passed it. Actually, level 1 though, didn't you? Never got to level 2. Never could get past level 2. Actually, I was even surprised I got past level 1 the first time I did. I got past level 1. You never liked doing that, did you? It was a fun game to play at the time, yeah. I mean, it was 99. It was a good game to play, and I played it, like, what, 4 times I've ever played a game? 4 or 5 times I played that game. And it was a good game. Yeah, I love playing that game. The problem was, I sucked at it. Yeah, crap, I have to get my tripod out. Just ready to do this video. Sorry, I'll do Bendy later. I'll do Bendy in a bit. Now I looked at the first episode. Never. I know the first one's a kid, 8-year-old kid. And the second one's is a cop. That's all I know. I mean, come on. It's been over 10 years since I played it. It's been about. Last time I played it was when Cassie was young, real young, like 14. Cassie was young. You know, I kicked that bitch of her mother, didn't I? Yeah. I have no friends. It doesn't really matter. Where's she had a girlfriend named Cassie? If I got married to someone named Cassie, it'd be nice, but I really want to do know what would. I need to find someone I can be with for the rest of my life before I die. Mercy Call Ambulance. I played the game a couple times.
Everybody, welcome back to Video Game Esoterica and our continuing series, Sega Racing Renaissance, where I review every single 3D arcade mainline Sega racing game in a retrospective fashion. And today we have a bonus episode. It's Emergency Call Ambulance, and while this does have a vehicle and you are driving, it doesn't feel like a traditional racing game, so that's why it's on the bonus menu. But you guys asked about this. I said you hope I was doing it, and I did it just for you. Before I get too far involved though, do me a huge favor, go down below.
I play the game.
Subscribe and that notification bell.
Now I have played this game, Mercy Ambulance, a few times, but it's been over 10 years since I've seen this game. It's been over 10 years, guys, so I'm going to react to it. Now, I played it. I only have saved. I know there's like 3 levels in this game. I played only 1 level. I played it where I saved an 8-year-old kid taking an 8-year-old kid to the hospital. The second one was supposed to be a cop. Played it for like 2 seconds and I lost it because I had to leave. Now, like I said, it's been over 10 years since I played these games. So I'm gonna react to this because I only played the first game. I'm gonna see how many levels there actually is. Then eventually, who knows? Maybe someday I'll pick it up. All I do know is I'm driving a Ford ambulance. That's all I know. I'm driving a Ford ambulance van. That's all I do remember driving. Because I do remember my ambulances, okay? It's a Ford ambulance van. It was a 90s, early 2000 Ford van. Now it's classified as it used to be an Econ. Now, since Ford discontinued the Econ van, now makes the Transit van. You know what I mean by that. It kind of sucks.
It helps us out. If you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, we got a Patreon link down below as well. But right off the top, this game is amazing.
So it's like a 8-year-old kid.
So
here we go.
We got a Patreon link
Case 1, traffic accident.
Down below as well. But right off the top, this
name, Jack, age, 10, sex, male. Oh, so he's not 8? I thought he was 10. Nah. Trailer versus car accident.
Amazing for 3
on Carmack Street. At least 10 injured, including boy with serious injuries. Gasoline has leaked from the tanks and has caused fire in the area. Very dangerous.
Live in and have for
report.
About the last 12 years. I love the Dalmatian.
Multiple injuries, severe abdominal pain. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna rewind this real quick because I want to hear what this guy has to say.
And 3, it takes place in Chicago, the city that I currently live in.
I never lived in Chicago, guys. I lived in Niles. I lived in Michigan my whole life.
And have for about the last 12 years. I love the Dalmatian pulls the injured boy out of the vehicle as well. The EMTs couldn't do it, so they sent in Rover to take care of it. He's clearly the goodest of good boys. But honestly, the reason this is on the bonus episode is you're not really racing anybody. Just like Crazy Taxi, you're racing against a timer, and that is the boy's health meter. Now, grim but true, if it reaches 0, the boy says, I don't want to die, and flatlines in the back of your ambulance. So even though this game has such cheery and colorful graphics to it, it can be grim if you don't perform well, and that's kind of actually a little bit awkward. Kids don't usually die in arcade games, but in Emergency Call Ambulance, they 100% will. And I do love that the Lake Michigan is just to our right. I live 2 blocks from it, and I could be in the...
I live an hour from... I actually live 2 hours... Okay. I live 2 hours from Chicago. I live 2 hours from Detroit. Lake Michigan is an hour that way. Lake Michigan's only an hour from here. Actually, the river is 3 blocks out. The river's like right there. I'm actually, like, right behind me is the railroad. Past that, like, 2 blocks past me is the river.
The water right now if I wanted to, but it's like -5 degrees outside, so probably not a good idea. But if you can't tell already, that ambulance is very hard to control, and that is where the fun in the game comes. It is big and weighty, and it swings left and right, what I assume what a regular ambulance would.
Let's see if he reads that. As soon as this video is uploaded. Okay, it was uploaded recently, okay.
Would do in real life. I've never driven one, and I hope I never have to drive one or be in the back. But you'll see there I hit a telephone pole, and watch this ambulance in front of us. Just straight jumps itself into Lake Michigan. There's always so many fun things going on in the background. It is so much fun. But if you hit anything in this game, telephone pole, another vehicle, the boy in the back takes damage, and that time meter goes down. Watch right here. We hit that car, and we lost 3 seconds. The name of the game in Emergency Call Ambulance is Clean Driving, and even though the game only takes like 10 minutes from start to finish to beat if you're driving well, doing a time attack on it, learning all of the different routes and shortcuts you can take is where all of this fun comes in. And you'll see there's all sorts of different bonuses you can get at the end, and there are some secrets in the game that you do need to find. But I'm not going to show you many of the secrets because I want you to discover them for yourself if you've never played this game. But I do love these little story vignettes, even if they're both realistic.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
So next on the
I'm
top.
so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard.
And unrealistic at the same time.
How the hell did you get an RPG?
In here and get blown up by a rocket-propelled grenade, but one is perfectly fine and the other just has minor injuries. I'm pretty sure that's not how RPGs work in real life. It's realistic because somebody can die in the back of your ambulance. It's unrealistic because an RPG doesn't just separate their limbs from their body. It's just how the one is perfectly... I love these little story vignettes.
Edward, age 35, male police officer.
Yes, even if they're both realistic and unrealistic at the same time, these cops chase these gangsters in here and get blown up by a rocket-propelled grenade, but one is perfectly fine and the other just has minor injuries. I'm pretty sure that's not how RPGs work in real life. It's realistic because somebody can die in the back of your ambulance. It's unrealistic because an RPG doesn't just separate their limbs from their body. It's just how the universe of the game works, and I've always found that amusing. But if you want to play this game yourself, it works incredibly well on the Supermodel emulator, how I'm playing it here, and you get that glorious 16:9 forced widescreen. But this is a game that I will eventually pick up as an arcade PCB as well. But now that we're cruising through Chicago again, you'll see I hit that car there, and I do take some damage, and that is fair, but the one unfair thing about this game is sometimes you have to jump things like this elevated bridge, classic Chicago, and you take health damage even though the game gives you no choice but to jump that bridge. It's definitely trying to shave a second off here and there to make sure you pump more quarters into it. But I just love how iconic and fun driving through downtown Chicago under the L is and learning all of these
Yeah, I
lines.
know it is.
If you take a